Perfect. I think I have one toast left in here in the docket.
One more.
There were so many.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, are you going to take the dog and close the door? I'll wait until the door is closed.
Thank you.
Hi.
Post-production appreciates that.
Said post-production appreciates that. Okie dokie. Are you ready?
Yep.
Now you can see. Now you can see how long you've been talking.
Perfect.
Hi y'all, welcome to Hustle Humbly. It's Alissa and Katy, and we are two top producing realtors in the Baton Rouge market.
We work for two different companies where we should be competitors, but we have chosen community over competition.
The goal of our podcast is to encourage you to find your own way in business.
So stop comparing yourself and start embracing your strengths. Hello, Alissa.
Hey, Katy.
I'm going to say good morning.
Good morning.
This is episode 87,
Okay.
and it's all about our morning routine.
Lovely.
Lovely.
This was a question that came in.
Correct.
And we thought it would be good to make a whole episode out of it.
It sounded like a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
People are fascinated by other people's mornings.
Yeah, it's always a question on like panels.
Yes,
and,
right.
celebrities.
Oh, and it's
like
always
sharing their morning routine.
And then it's always like the super rich or like the Fortune 500 CEOs. They tell you all about their mornings.
Right.
So we're going to tell you about our morning, and you can decide whatever you think about that.
It may be less than inspiring.
I will have brief moments of inspiration followed by brief moments of
Yeah, well, we'll have some. We have some humble mornings here at Hustle.
Yeah, we're not fancy. I did bring myself a hot tea for this recording because it felt appropriate. Although,
and your sweater.
You like that? Full disclosure, I don't drink any hot tea in the morning.
Only 8% of people do.
Okay, but what are the other 92% doing?
I actually didn't write that down. But,
Okay.
It did say that only 63% of people drink coffee in the morning.
Right. I'm not
a coffee drinker. Really,
okay, but you drink coffee in life. You just don't drink it in the morning, or I
can take it or leave it.
There are some coffee drinkers right now that are like freaking out because you're like, I can take it or leave it. Whereas I'm like, I can't even take it. I'm like, leave it. It's all leave it.
You don't like coffee at all.
hate it. I hate it. I don't like the smell of it so much.
Gosh. See, I like the smell of it more than I like the taste of it.
Okay. I like neither. I dislike the smell so much that I make my husband make his coffee in our pantry.
What?
On the counter. I don't want it. Now, I will admit I have gotten better about the smell, but this is a great story to start this with.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
As a child in my home,
going back.
way back in time when I was a kid, I shared a room for a long time until I was probably 13 with my sister, who's 3 years younger than me. And our room was directly off the kitchen. Like you open the door and you could touch the oven. Like
wow.
The room was closest to the kitchen.
Okay.
Well, my parents love coffee and they would make their coffee and they are also early risers. So they would get up at 5 a.m. with the coffee and I could smell it in my room. And here is a hot tip. I'm not a morning person. So the smell of coffee to me equates with waking up, which I don't feel like doing, and morning and all of that jazz. And so I just think that's really the deep rooted, why I don't like coffee.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a morning person. Are you a morning person?
I have evolved. And we were talking about how
yeah,
the morning routine, even the whole idea of it, it's okay that it evolves with you.
It's not the same. Oh, mine has evolved greatly.
Yeah. I mean, when I was in high school, college, early in my career, into the beginning of adulthood, if you will.
Yeah.
When I tell you I could sleep 12 to 15 hours a day.
Oh, yes.
I'm a sleeper.
Me too.
And that but at the same time, if I had something to wake up for,
yeah,
I'm there. I will get up and do what I have to do.
Yes.
But when I was in high school, my parents used to knock on my door and run. Like, hurry, just wake
What?
up. Yeah, like, not run.
Oh, my
Run away from the wrath.
She's going to yell at us. She's going to throw
It's
things.
just, you know.
She's like, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Haven is a little bit like that.
Yes, Haven is not a morning person.
She's a
I have
big
to
fan of the
drag her
sleeping.
out of bed in the morning.
Okay.
And it's funny, too, because in my pregnancy, I've been, like, napping.
Mhm.
And so Tanner will come home and I'll be taking a nap before I go pick up Haven. And he goes, I forgot. Like, I'm having all these flashbacks from when you were in college, when we were dating.
And you were always
And you
sleeping.
were always sleeping. I said, well, in all fairness, I work nights and I got up early and went to class. And,
Yeah.
you know, I did
You're
all these
tired.
things. Yeah.
You had a weird schedule.
And he said, but I forgot how much you used to nap. And,
Oh, that's hilarious.
but even if I wasn't, like, sometimes I enjoyed so this was my routine in college.
Okay.
I scheduled the early classes.
Really?
I scheduled the 7:30.
Not this girl.
And I'll tell you why. I scheduled the 7:30, 8:30, 9:30 class. So
Okay.
it ended at 10:30.
Right.
I could make it to wait tables at the 11 o'clock lunch shift.
Okay.
I got off at 2:30
Uh-huh.
and then I napped.
Uh-huh.
So the lunch shift was the most profitable shift.
Oh.
I didn't want to go to school after work.
No.
So even though I wasn't a morning person,
Right.
I wanted that good shift. And so,
You weren't a morning person. You were a money person.
yes, I was motivated to
You were
go
like,
get
I
that
need
shift.
to I need to make that money.
Yeah, so that was my routine. But
That's
yeah.
interesting. Okay. All right. So so you don't have coffee in the morning.
Nope.
Do you have breakfast?
Yes.
What do you have a go-to breakfast, or is it just
It
like,
has to be something simple, just enough to keep me from getting like queasy before lunch.
okay, and
Just
I
enough.
have
Like,
now very much leaned into breakfast is not my jam, and it does make me queasy.
Is that a pun?
It's not my jam. You're right.
Jam.
Breakfast is not my jam. I'm not having breakfast. I went through a phase for a while where I did, and I'm back to I don't. So I just don't. My first meal is usually an earlier lunch though, like 11ish, 11:30 at latest. Okay, so
I'm usually like a protein shake, something to just because I'm not hungry, but I don't feel good if I don't eat breakfast.
Okay, but wait, did you when people ask you, are you a morning person? What do you say?
I can be.
Okay.
I know that doesn't help.
No, I wanted to know. Like, I'm firmly in the no. All right. If someone asks you if you're a night owl, what do you say?
No.
Okay. So you are a morning person.
I think I'm more of a morning person.
You're a morning person that really likes to sleep.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's fair.
I'm a morning person as long as I went to bed on time.
Okay. That's a great question. And we're not going to get deep into nighttime because we're going to do a separate episode. But what time do you go to sleep?
I try to be in bed by 9:30 or 10.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a night owl. So I have to force myself. 11 has to be like the go to sleep time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Last night I was probably up until 11:45, which cuts my sleep time to a not good place. Like I truly believe I need 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah.
And last night I got like 6.5, which is not good.
Yeah.
But I'm doing all right. Okay, I go to sleep 11. Let's just call it 11.
Okay.
What time do you wake up?
So in the morning, usually, I work out like 3 or 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. Helps my stress level. Helps me sleep good.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good.
Right.
So my workout class is from 6:30 till 7 a.m.
Okay.
So I get up at 6.
Okay.
Get up at 6.
Brush your
drink my
teeth.
protein shake. Brush my teeth.
Throw on your exercise clothes.
Go work out. Come home. Shower. Wake up Haven at 7:30.
Mhm.
Get her to school. Start my day.
Okay. And you have to set an alarm to be up at 6
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
Okay. And what about the days that you are not exercising, working out at the gym?
Then I just
Do you
I'll
still get up? You sleep later?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will sleep until like 7:10,
Okay.
and then I'll get ready and get Haven ready.
Okay. So
And then on the weekends,
Okay,
I
oh,
don't
yeah.
set any alarm.
and
I just wait until Haven goes, Mom.
and what time is what time is that?
That's usually around 8.
Okay, that's good sleep.
It's great. Every now and then she'll get me at 7:30 and I'm like, not on a Saturday.
And you're like, no, it's
Yeah.
our sleep late day.
Yeah, but usually around 7:38, she's like, Mom.
Oh.
So I don't set an alarm on the weekends. I just kind of lay in bed.
She stays in her room though and yells.
Okay, she's 4 and she has not figured out that she's allowed to get out the bed.
She is in a big girl bed
She's in a big girl bed.
She could get
will
up.
Not. She has never gotten out of bed
in the morning
ever,
at all.
ever.
Oh, she just
Like-
yells for you.
Yes, it's
No,
amazing.
she thinks she's in the crib.
Like I've never had one of those situations where you're sleeping and you like feel someone watching.
How old? She's about to be 4.
Yeah.
Y'all, my Ainsley started that when she was like 3, and she would like, I would wake up and she would be like peering over me in the bed, and I'm like, ah! There is nothing worse than a ninja kid.
Now, one morning she woke up at like 7 and it was a Saturday. And she's like, Mom. And so I talked to her on the monitor.
Like, honey, I'm still
I
sleeping.
said, babe, it's too early. I see the sun. I know, but it's too early. And I said, why don't you just play in your room and, just, no, come get me. I'm like, play in your room. You can play. No, come get me.
Did she get out of her bed?
She never got, it's like she hasn't ever thought about
She's
it.
a mental block.
I even gave her permission that one time and
Still nothing.
I don't tell her not to.
Does she get into the bed on her own?
Yes.
Oh my word, this is hilarious.
But she's just not one of those kids that's ever like gotten out of the bed.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, great. All right, so different phases of life. You had your college operation.
Mm-hmm.
Then, all right, tell us about your real estate morning before Haven. Like, how did you structure your day then?
Very similar to how it is now.
Okay.
I still was like I worked out
Okay.
in the morning. I don't like to work out in the evening.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it later probably.
No.
So I did yoga Pilates for a long time instead of my boot camp, and yoga Pilates was at 5:15 in the morning.
AM.
Yeah, I did that for a long time.
Oh, no, thank you.
Sometimes I would go work out, come home at 6.
You would go back to sleep?
Sleep till 7.
Oh my God.
It was amazing.
Oh my
It's like the
God.
best sleep.
I bet. Right after your workout, people
Yeah.
are like, what?
Tanner's like, I don't see how you work out and then go to sleep.
See, I could do that if I really needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But before I had children,
Mhm.
I'm not even going to get into college. I like to stay up late. I like to sleep late. I skipped a lot of class and I went and I worked a lot like during my class time. So we're not
Yeah.
even going to talk about it. Before I had children in real estate, I still really valued my sleep. And I also stayed up too late. And Jay and I sometimes would like to binge watch things like when Netflix used to still come on discs to your
Yeah.
to your mailbox. We would binge like Lost, and I would stay up way too late, and then I would be getting up at like 9 and then starting my day. I was just I had terrible habits. Kids, thankfully, has saved me from
Forced routine.
saved me from myself because I don't. So now I have to get up. Weekdays we get up at 6:15,
Okay.
and by we I mean me.
Yes.
The children don't get up until 6:30. Jay doesn't get up until I get out of the bed around that time.
So
So
you get up at 6:15 and what happens?
I maybe snooze once.
Okay.
So that goes to 6:25. If I don't snooze once, I immediately roll over. This is my new practice that I started at the beginning of 2020. Instead of grabbing my phone and looking at my email, social media, or whatever else I want to look at, I roll over and grab my notebook and do my written goals and like my affirmations.
Okay.
So like a half page of a journal I do every morning. And then the only thing I'm allowed to check on my phone before I get out of the bed is the weather.
Yes.
Then I can get out of bed, and by this time now, Jay will usually get up. Now, on the weekends, he gets up much earlier than I do. Because left to my own devices, I will sleep until 9.
Sure.
Okay, so I get up, I go wake up the kids. For from 6:15 until they leave at 7:10, it is only about them.
Right.
So they get their breakfast, I get, assist with the getting them dressed, brushing hair, getting their mask ready for school, their water bottles.
Breakfast for them?
Yes, but it's like frozen waffles, chicken tenders, one of our
tenders.
That's one of our go-tos. They've got
breakfast?
Because it's protein.
I'm one to talk. I usually eat chicken nuggets before we record the podcast, like every day.
In the morning. Well, so they get, yes, I make them breakfast, but I'm not like scrambling up eggs or anything.
Okay.
They get a frozen item is heated. A frozen item is heated.
Okay.
Maybe some fruit.
Okay.
Okay. So they get breakfast, they get dressed, they get out the door. Now, that is different than, and then it's 7:10. I don't start my workday until 9.
Right.
So now, mind you, I have not yet even brushed my teeth. Now I am brushing my teeth, putting on my exercise clothes, doing my little tidying things in the house. Like I like to tidy up my living room and my kitchen, wipe off the kitchen counter, put away the dishes.
Yeah.
Play with the dog now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I have to have like puppy time.
Right.
Then I do my exercise. By the time I've gotten all that part done, Jay is usually returning from carpool and he can take over on puppy time so I can exercise.
Okay.
So then I can exercise. Then I shower. That way by 9, I can be like
ready.
Work mode
day.
And also dressed.
Yeah.
We've just discussed this in office day. Even if I'm not leaving the house, I try to get dressed.
Mm-hmm.
So by 9, the day starts. If I get to schedule an appointment, I will schedule a 9 o'clock appointment.
Sure.
But I typically will have to rethink my exercise,
Mm-hmm.
or it's just been a little more difficult with being a puppy mom.
Yes.
When it was just the
They
kids.
slow things down in the morning.
They slow it down in the morning. They got a lot of energy. They want to play ball and go outside. And I don't want a dog having accidents in my house. And it's just like a whole thing. So that's the current routine.
Okay.
Oh, there is one other huge important thing that I have always done no matter what time I wake up and what season of life I'm in. I make my bed.
I need to do that.
You don't make it?
I don't make my bed.
Making your bed, and there was a study, and I read a really nice article about it one time that I didn't look up for today, but there is a study. You will increase your overall productivity in life if you make your bed.
Yes. And we're not here just to talk to y'all about the mundaneness of our habit. People are really into morning routines.
Yes.
How it correlates to your success.
Right. I have literally written my goals and succeeded at making my bed every morning.
So a few stats that we've touched on.
Let's hear it.
Just from your one story alone. Only 35% of people hit the snooze button. I thought
Oh.
it would be more than that.
They're just like, forget it, I'm up.
Yeah. They're awake. And these stats are from mymorningroutine.com.
Okay.
63% of people check their phone immediately.
Yeah, that used to be me
Yes.
until 2020.
And I guess I might still fall under here because my phone is my alarm clock.
Mine is 2.
So I see it.
but checking
look,
it is different.
Yes. So 50% of people check email immediately. So this means
Dun dun dun.
you are still in bed. You haven't even crawled out yet.
You're prepared to ruin your day with
You're
work trouble
Yes. You are starting
before
your
you
day
even got
off.
your coffee.
So we're just going to take a moment to pray for these people that haven't quite.
Can we have a moment of silence for the early morning emailers?
We're just going to we're going to pray for you, and hopefully you can figure out that it's okay to let it wait.
Yeah.
Because what happens is if you haven't even brushed your teeth yet, you're going to be brushing your teeth thinking about that crisis in your email.
I have been that person who was brushing my teeth. I'm going to do my air quotes, brushing my teeth while I'm at my computer trying to type up the response to the email. I'm like, and Jay will be like, you
could do that after. Yeah.
Right. You can't brush your teeth while you send an email. You cannot brush your teeth while you do pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me some more good stats.
37% of people keep the same routine on the weekends.
Mm-mm.
So no, I'm not that.
Heck no. I'm not that person either. No alarm on the weekend.
Yeah.
I need the sleep. You know what? I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember reading about like your sleep debt.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to catch up.
Right.
The weekend is for getting that full 8, 9, 10 hours. If I'm real lucky now that my kids are older, I could even get a 10 every once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
65% of people have had the same morning routine for over a year.
I fall into that.
Yeah, I think me too. It's interesting because it's like my morning routine's about to change.
No doubt.
So at the moment, I have not had my baby yet as we record because we're recording early. Because of the baby.
As this airs, though, you'll be deep within your new...
deep into my new morning routine.
Do you have a plan? Look, I'm going to say right here. Newborns and infants, morning routine is all about survival.
Yes.
Did we survive the night?
Right.
Who needs to eat? Are we happy? Like, how can we... And then I would just... If Ainsley could get out the door to daycare and I had fed the baby and it was then nap time, I would maybe nap.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be napping like those first couple weeks for sure.
Early morning nap, like, because you probably didn't sleep half the night.
Exactly.
So you got to take the nap.
Hello, friends. We are so excited that so many of you are using the template course, and the reviews are just pouring in, letting us know that it has helped your business as much as it has helped our business.
Yes, listen to this review. Thank you so much for providing this wealth of information, knowledge, in template form. So far, I've used a handful and received positive feedback like, "This is so professional," or "I really appreciate how organized you are." I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah,
Your clients
it's all
are actually
there.
going to say that.
Yes.
All right, here's another one. Thank you so much for this. I can't tell you how many times I've started this and how many notebooks of samples and notes I had. I have ADHD and it is super hard to stay focused on getting it done. Having it all in one place is going to make it so nice.
That is what we're here for.
I know, just look, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just use these.
Yeah, nice and simple, easy, ready to go, ready for you to put your own logo on, make it sound like you. So head over to hustlehumblypodcast.com/course and check it out.
That's right.
And you're going to enjoy them. You're going to love them.
You're gonna
It's going
love
to
it.
change your life.
Literally fired my assistant. They are the best. Okay, bye,
Enjoy
friends.
the template.
Yes, enjoy.
All right. What else about do you have other thoughts on your baby routine?
Well, I can remember with Haven when it got to the point where I was ready to exercise again, I would go to the 5:30 a.m. class
Yeah.
because it was like that seemed when she was kind of falling back asleep.
Right.
And I had a break until maybe 7:30. Like she would sleep for 2 hours.
You had a window.
So, and I was awake.
Right.
You know? So I would just
Yeah.
go. And that's the thing too. So I feel like people, you know, I'm all about like giving yourself grace and not being super hard on yourself.
Yeah.
If even right now, if I go to bed too late,
Yeah.
I may say I can't go work out in the morning
Yeah.
because my sleep is more important.
Right.
Like I have to pick and choose what I'm capable of doing.
Priorities.
Definitely. And it's okay if, you know, so that's why it's like, if I don't get in bed right now, I'm not gonna be able to work out in the morning.
Right. You're going to lose something.
Or if like I was planning to work out and then Haven had a bad dream and now she's in bed with us or whatever
Right.
the case may be.
Right,
It's
right, right.
okay to make adjustments.
To every day can be different.
Every day can be different. Every season of life. I mean,
The seasons are for sure different.
Yeah.
I mean, the baby part is survival. The
Yeah,
infant, the
absolutely
little,
surviving.
it's just because they're eating a lot. It's just like, how can we get through this? Mornings are hard.
Yeah. And with Haven, I feel like until she started daycare,
Yeah.
I couldn't get a good routine going.
Yeah. Okay. So that was my next thing I was going to say. Then when my kids started daycare, so
Mhm.
Ainsley was home until 9 months. Jack was home until 6, and she was going to daycare while he was home. I mean, when he was an infant, obviously. So I never had more than one baby at home. But once they were in daycare, I typically didn't take them until almost 9.
Yeah.
So when they went to big school, that was serious because I got 2 hours of my life that I never had before.
Yeah.
Because now they were going at 7:10. I don't necessarily need to start my workday until 9.
Mhm.
That's when I started working out. Like I didn't even have the capacity in my time that I chose to, like, because I don't, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a priority for me and it was hard for me to fit in. And now it was like, oh my gosh. So the summers are harder for me now because they're here all the time.
Right.
I'm like, I like my morning routine, but I also think that taking breaks from it is okay.
Well, I think so many people want to enforce these extreme morning routines. And it can work
Yeah.
for some people. But my thought is also, and depending on your stage of life and where you are, do you have kids? Do you not? Do you like to do things later in the day? Do you like to knock things out early?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like people are in such a rush to
Yeah.
jump into work before they're even taking care of themselves
Yeah.
or their house or their spouse or their pets. Like, it's okay to not, the alarm is going off, time to hustle and grind. And
Oh, yes.
it's okay to say, that's not what life is about.
Right.
And I'm going to get my personal life together, and like, I'm going to put that first.
Yeah.
And then once it's ready, I will address work.
Yeah.
I will address email.
Yeah. Mornings are kind of an interesting time when your priorities really come into play.
Right.
You're like, okay, well, my children are my priority and my health is my priority. And then work can come like after that. Like, no one is going to die while I'm exercising right now. Like, I don't have to read the email right now.
Mm-hmm.
When you start putting those types of like priorities and boundaries in place, you will quickly learn that nobody did die while you were working out. Nobody needed you to send that repair request at that exact moment. It was all going to be fine.
I know we're talking about working out a lot. We're not like bodybuilders or anything.
But hardly.
We feel like it's important.
Hardly.
But 59% of air quotes successful people exercise in the morning.
Oh.
59%.
Okay. Is the other portion of those people, the 41%, not exercising at all? Or are they some of them are
I just asked for morning. So.
I think that's hilarious because it is highly likely that they just aren't exercising, but maybe they do in the afternoon.
Yeah, maybe it's in this was just in the morning. So
okay.
Maybe they do it later.
59% of success. So also it's sort of saying most successful people have exercised.
Yes,
in the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I feel like there was something else I was about to say about that, but
we're not bodybuilders, but successful people are.
There was a stat.
Well, I think moving your body though will start your brain moving.
It does.
So I used to like to grab my phone and scroll the Instagram or the Facebook because that would get my mind going. I'd be like, oh, I'm interested in this, right? Because there are all those chemicals you're getting from that. But then I'm like, this is not healthy for me because I also don't need to see all of this negativity or news or whatever. I'm like, this is not working for me in the morning. And so it's been nice to get rid of that. But it is kind of funny. Like, my weekends are different. When I sleep late on the weekend, then I grab my phone and I do a little mindless scrolling because it's me time. I can do whatever I want to do.
So speaking of, like, how do you protect your morning?
Like on the weekday?
In the week, it's, I
don't schedule appointments before 9.
Okay.
Even if my client, now once in the last year, I've had to do an 8 a.m. I'm like, geez Louise. I try not to, like, if I'm volunteering at school, like pick a later shift or a later activity. Like, I just try to not schedule in the morning.
Right.
And I don't, like, otherwise, it just is what it is. The kids have to get up. They have to go to school.
So you're not looking at your phone at all. So even if someone has like texted you before your kids are out the door, have you seen it?
If they've texted me, I have seen it.
Yeah.
Because it's a text.
Right.
If it's an email, I have not seen it.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
I just find that since the podcast, even if they have texted me and air quote emergency, I'm like, okay, like I'm just, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, I had a transaction recently with an agent who is just such a texter. And I have even told her.
I feel like that's turning into a bad word. You're a texter.
You're such a texter. But I have told her, but it's never at lunch or it's always before.
It's never at 10 a.m.
It's always when I have Haven. It's always before I have dropped her off at school or after I have picked her up.
Yeah.
And not that it matters because I don't want you to text me during the day anyway. Like I want you to email me if we're doing a transaction together. But I told this agent eventually, I said, look, I've already asked you via email to email me. I'm going to text you now and say, hey, look, I really need you to just email me when you need something from me. If we're going to do this transaction together, I can't be. So I was driving Haven to school. We're listening to her song.
Yeah.
Singing. And then it cuts out. and it's like, so-and-so is calling. And I'm like, of course she's calling. It's 8:05 in the morning.
You got
And she's
got
calling
something to
me.
talk
And
about.
I have already told her, like, boundaries, agent, boundaries. So, I let it finish ringing, and Haven's like, Mom, where's our song? I'm like, I know. So we get to school, and I walk her in, and I get back in my car, and I look at my phone, and I have a text from her. Call me ASAP. And I'm thinking, what on, there is nothing in
Right.
this transaction. And I could have called her back, like, right then. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go get a smoothie.
I'm
gonna
gonna
go home.
You're going to finish your morning routine.
I've asked you 5 times to, like, stop this nonsense because this is what it does.
Just email me.
Just email me. And sure enough, I called her back, and it was nothing.
Mhm.
It really made me feel sad for her, which is why I want our listeners to be the agents that don't do things like that. They
Yeah,
respect
for your-
the boundaries of
but
other people.
For their own sanity.
Yes.
All right. So how do you protect your morning?
It is hard because, like, if I'm driving her to school or whatever, like, I do have my phone with me.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'm checking it.
Yeah.
I do not open my email until
Okay.
Haven is out of the car at school, and I am sitting at a place where I can handle it.
I was going to say, are you like parking lot checking it?
No.
You're like getting to a stopping place.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, after I drop her off, I usually am heading home or heading to my first appointment or wherever I'm heading. But I'm not going to pull up my email until
Yeah.
now. If I have an appointment right after I drop her off, I will sit in the parking lot for 20 minutes and check my email.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm about to go into an appointment.
You need to know what's going on.
I need to know what's
yeah.
going on. Sometimes I pull up my laptop in the
Yeah.
car. But once she's out and at school, it's fair game.
Yeah.
But it is hard with texting, and that's why I preach so much on it, because I do believe it's just the most professional thing to do.
Mhm.
Is to let it be an email for someone, because everybody knows when you get a text, the first thing your eyes do is look at the phone.
Yes.
So I try to keep my phone in my middle console.
I actually do leave my phone on silent.
Oh, it's always on silent.
Oh, yours is always.
Always.
So mine is on silent while I'm sleeping
Okay.
and through my morning routine until the kids are gone for sure.
Okay.
Then I like to turn on the volume or the vibrate because, well, God forbid they get into a car accident or something. I'd like to know. I
Yeah.
feel like I need to know.
Yeah.
Once my kids have left my possession, it feels like I need to be like available to reach. So even if you've texted me before they leave, I probably won't have seen it
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like really in the weeds. Like we're doing things. Things
Right.
are happening.
Right.
Things are happening.
And with my car, if my phone rings, it'll ring in my car.
Okay. Oh,
If
right.
it's a text, it doesn't come
Yeah.
through in my car.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice. But I think that the moral of the story is, because you can't force other people to have the same boundaries as
Yeah.
you do have to have practices in place that keep you from losing your mind before
Well, keep you
you're
from
able to handle it.
and keep you from breaking your own rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could be not checking it, keeping it in the middle console. And I actually texted her back after I dropped Haven off and was sitting in the parking lot and saw her text that said, call me ASAP. I texted her back and said, I am trying to get my toddler to school.
Yeah.
I will call you when it is finished.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, but this is the 4th time I've had to ask you that.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's so crazy. Like the level of urgency from agent to agent is super subjective. Like some people just think things are so urgent and you're like, this is not an urgent matter.
Mm-mm.
It is like questions that if your client doesn't need a deadline induced item, there's no need. There's just no need. But we proliferate that in the business by jumping every time someone says jump and being at everyone's beck and call, especially the other agents. If you say, sure, I'll get that to you tomorrow, what are they going to do?
Right.
What are they going to do if your text response was, no problem, I'll get you that tomorrow?
Sure.
Like,
Right.
What's going to happen?
We talk like our client boundaries are hard, but
It's the agent boundaries
the
that are way
agent
harder.
boundaries are so hard, but I feel
Way
like I
harder.
can be tougher on them.
Well,
Because I can say, hey,
your client,
guess what?
the true irony is that your clients are going to be so much more respectful of your boundaries than the other agents. And I
know.
think that is the side effect of poor professionalism.
Mhm.
Like that, this is not appropriate communication. And I think we've talked on this before. A lot of times you'll have maybe like a part-time agent or someone who has a full-time,
Mhm.
other job. And so they need to communicate outside of business hours, but you're meanwhile working a business hours full-time real estate job. So
Right.
it's like, the only way to make this work for everyone is email.
Mhm.
That's fine. You can't talk to me during, 9 to 5, then shoot me an email.
My family isn't going to suffer to accommodate your schedule.
No,
Like, this is just how it operates.
they shouldn't.
And we are not in an industry where people die because of that. Like, it's okay
Mm-hmm.
to have those things put into place.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So what else happens in your morning? We got it all?
Pretty much. I mean,
I love Mondays. We've talked about Mondays before because Monday is the day I can put my house back together
Mhm.
after the weekend when they junk everything up.
Mhm.
So I just do like doing a little quick tidying in the morning. That's one of my happy things because then when I walk out of my office or back in the house from going on appointments, it's not like, oh, I left a disaster. I came back to a disaster.
I'm an evening tidier.
Are you? I like that. That works.
Yeah. So when I wake up in the morning, it's
You're ready to go.
The sink is empty.
Yeah.
Everything's where it needs to
Mhm.
be.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Monday is when my cleaning lady comes.
Oh, uh-huh.
So Monday mornings, I have to start the sheets
Oh,
in the
yeah.
washing machine.
Yeah.
So she comes, and when she gets there, they're washed, and she just has to put them in the dryer while she cleans the house. And then
Yes.
she puts the sheets on the bed, and I come home
Clean
Monday,
sheets.
and I have clean sheets and a clean house.
That's nice. I like that. Okay.
Monday.
Any other thoughts on your morning routine?
Well, a few more stats for you.
Please.
So the average wake up time is 6:23 a.m.
6:23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that is kind of the average. So all you people out there that feel like you're behind because you don't get up at 5 a.m.
Did you write down the name of that book?
I wrote down a few.
Okay. Finish.
By 8:30 a.m., 97% of people are awake.
I say cheers to you, 3%.
Yeah. Here's to the 3%.
I don't know what age you are.
I can sleep past
8:30. I mean, most people have gone to work. That's hilarious.
10:57 is the average bedtime. 10:57.
Shout out. I am
late.
legit. That is
Oh.
my bedtime with the 6:23 wake up, like to the minute almost.
You know what's funny though is that so I go to my 6:30 workout class, and there's a 5:30 workout class. Well, during this pregnancy, something about 4:30 in the morning, my brain just is awake,
Oh
and
God.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And I get so mad when I sit there. So some mornings I've gone to the 5:30 class.
They're like, "What are you doing here?" Like,
And
I
my
couldn't sleep.
Yeah, my trainer's like, "What do you do?" I said, "I couldn't sleep, so I just needed to get up." What do you do when you can't sleep?
Me?
Yeah, like do you just lay there?
I am an amazing sleeper.
So you can. Always
I
sleep.
fall asleep. Jay hates it. I fall asleep within 0.5 seconds of closing my eyes and I'm out. And I'm like, bye
That's
bye.
very
Katie.
fortunate.
Now, if I wake up in the night,
Okay.
that then sometimes it's harder for me to get to sleep. So if I've gotten up to use the bathroom or something's happened, like a noise, and I wake up, sometimes I will, but I am not an insomniac by any stretch. If I stay up a little while like that, even like an hour, I just like lay until I go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to get up and go do something. I'm not going to like, I have a neighbor who says she would have trouble sleeping. Sometimes she would get up and clean out her closet.
Oh my god.
And like her husband would wake up and she would have like bags of clothes to give away and like she would keep her computer
yeah.
in her master closet in case she got up and like, cause she didn't want to wake the dog or anything. So she was up and couldn't sleep. She would be setting emails to auto send at like 8 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
She would be working, cleaning her closet, like legit doing stuff at like
She's
3
well, if I can't sleep.
3 in the morning. Better make it happen. Not this girl. If it's 3 in the morning, I'm going to keep laying there until I fall
So they
asleep.
said in this survey of 500 people or whatever,
Okay.
that The people that were the earliest on the spectrum, it was 3 a.m.
Is when they get up?
when they get up.
My dad does that.
Oh my gosh. I don't know anyone that does that.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot.
3 a.m. What time? Oh, I don't even want to know.
I don't know. But if I know pretty quickly if I'm going to have trouble falling back asleep or not.
Okay, and then what do you
Once
do?
I know that it's not happening and I don't want to get angry because I want to sleep but I can't, I will put my headphones in and set the audiobook timer for 15 minutes. And
Okay.
it shuts off after 15 minutes.
And do you fall asleep in that
Yes.
time? Okay, that's a good tip.
Yeah, so I will put on something easy. Nothing.
Okay.
This is just, a podcast, a book, music, but I set the timer. So it just
Okay.
shuts off at 15 minutes.
Right.
And usually by then I'm
Sleeping
snoozing
again.
close.
Yeah, you're not supposed to pick up your phone because the light actually will wake you up more.
Yeah, I have it
Right.
on all those like dark settings.
Yeah, that's
at
good.
night,
No,
so-
no, you're fine. I think but like actually reading something on your phone is
Right.
like not going to work.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
I also like to do a little round breathing if I wake up in the night. Like the
I've done that.
4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. That's a really great exercise.
Yeah, it makes you sleepy too.
Yeah, well, and just the repetitiveness, the counting, it works.
It helps with
Also,
anxiety.
one of my other hot tips, if you're having trouble falling asleep, to count backwards from 100,
Mhm.
but you have to picture in your mind the number as you go. So, like, you have to be visualizing 100, 99, and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
I think that taking care of yourself, like this may seem like sort of a random episode in a way.
I was just thinking in my head, I don't know if this one is about morning so much as sleep or like what is
I think that
happening.
this is kind of like general health and wellness.
Whatever works.
But I feel like if you are not taking care of yourself, your
Yeah.
health, and sleep is a big part of that, and like how
Well-
you start your day, I think it does correlate with your success of the day.
Yes.
And even just like your long-term
I would like to say though, for the record, I have never. You cannot. You can't join me here. I have never started my day at 5 a.m. There is not a day of my life, except maybe when we went to like Disney as a kid or something, where I have said 5 a.m. is when I'm going to get up. I feel like I'm a pretty successful human. I did not wake up at 5 a.m. to get here. I think that's a bunch of whatever, because some people just aren't made to be up at 5 a.m.
Right.
There's no way I'm going to sleep at 9 p.m. It's just not going to happen. So how am I going to get up at 5 if I can't go to bed at 9?
And it's fascinating how everybody has the same amount of time in a day.
Yes,
And
they do.
And there are successful people that have it all. They can work out, they can
Yes.
sleep, they can run a business.
I mean, I think you have to be pretty good at time management and
Sure.
planning.
yes.
You have to have proper planning, but you do not need to get up at 5 a.m. Now, my side note to that is I am literally up for nearly 3 hours before my workday starts.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a long
there's a
time.
lot of stuff going on before the workday had to start.
I'm usually starting my workday at 8:30.
Yeah, I think that's good.
8:30, 8:45 is kind of my beginning.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fine. Any more stats?
No more stats.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, I
The
can
books.
wrote down some books.
You're gonna tell me I've told you everything about my morning routine, with the exception of I cannot exercise without then showering and washing my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just can't. I like clean hair.
Yeah.
So I do suck up a lot of time because I have to shower and like dry my hair. But that still falls within my 3 hours. And I like to listen to a podcast sometimes in the shower. So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm learning multitasking-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I always take my vitamins in the morning.
Oh, I can't because I have to eat like a big meal.
Yeah,
before I
they
take my
used to
vitamins.
bother me, and then I found some that do not.
I don't have to wash my hair every day.
Good for you.
I'm a fan of the ponytail or putting it up.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I just don't. I can't.
Yeah, I've never seen you in a ponytail.
I wear my hair in a high bun all the time at home, but I don't like leave the house.
I've never seen.
I don't leave
with
the
your
house.
hair not down.
Yeah, that's true. True story.
Interesting.
Maybe one day I'll bust out a bun for you.
Yeah. What do you do with your bangs when you have a bun?
They're still down.
They're down.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't swoop them back.
No. Oh, no. You do not. No. You just like, regular old, like a bun. See?
Oh, yeah.
Bun. It's cute, right?
Oh, yeah.
enjoy that
I never even thought
YouTube.
about that.
Yep.
I never have seen you with your hair up.
I find that I have very oily hair. And so, like, this is truly, if I get up in the morning, I don't have appointments, and I decide I'm not going to do my normal routine, and I get straight into the office and I start working on the computer, by 2 or 3 p.m., the dirty feel of my hair makes me literally angry. I become a very unpleasant person because I am not showered and dressed. I could never do Survivor. Like, I need to be clean.
Yeah.
To feel good.
Right.
And productive. Carry on. You have your books?
These are the books if you are just fascinated by the morning routine. There is The Miracle Morning, which I think is the one most widely talked about.
Okay. Is that the one where they tell you to wake up at 5?
I think so.
Okay.
And there are really good tips in there about just like conquering the big things first.
Oh, I like
blah,
that.
Blah, blah. But we're kind of like, conquer the big things first after you've taken care of yourself.
Yeah. We're going to need you to like really have some other stuff going on first.
Yeah. The Morning Habits of Highly Successful People.
Okay.
The Power of Habit.
Love it.
And the 5 a.m. Club.
Oh, that's the one I always hear about.
Okay.
5 a.m. Club.
Those are the ones that were the most recommended.
Okay. If anyone has listened to any or read any of these books and has some great takeaways, please let us know. But I feel like I am in a place in my life where I'm very happy with my morning routine.
Me too.
I feel like it's functioning well. I don't feel like I'm wasting the day. I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
But thank God for kids, or else I'd still be sleeping until 9 or 10.
Me too, probably.
I mean, I like to sleep.
Yeah.
We could just name this episode, We Love to Sleep.
Yes.
Okay, toast. Are you ready?
I'm ready for
Okay,
our toast.
I'm going to look it up. This toast comes to us from our sweet friend Emily Ness, who is in Birmingham, Alabama. She's in Alabama. I think she's also said Hoover before. Okay, and I want to make sure I get the full name on this sweet agent. Tell me an anecdote while I look for this.
Let's see.
do you have an anecdote while I
I
look?
don't really know what an anecdote is.
Like a quick story, like a quick. Okay, did you watch The Bachelor lately?
I did watch The Bachelor.
I mean, we're way off in this airing. In fact, by the time this airs, anything that happened in The Bachelor will not even be remotely like.
I was really glad he sent the bullies home last.
I know, that's nice. I mean, nobody needs all that nonsense.
My husband with his job, because he has no hours.
Okay.
I have no idea how I don't think I would function well how he has to survive.
Is it like every day's different?
Sometimes he gets home at 3 p.m. Sometimes he gets home at midnight. Sometimes he gets home at 3 a.m. So he sleeps, like I'm always like careful. Some mornings he's up like way before me. Some mornings he sleeps till 10 o'clock.
You're right.
It's so crazy. And then my sisters, both of them are night shift nurses.
Okay.
So they work 7 p.m. till 7 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
And then
I could not do shift work. There is no way.
But it's funny how they have their routines that just work for them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's
amazing.
So crazy.
Everyone figures it out eventually. Okay. Today's toast comes to us from Emily Ness.
Okay.
And she is toasting to Allison Shaw. Emily and Allison are in Alabama.
Okay.
She says, Allison is getting back into real estate after taking time off to be home with her kids.
Aww.
We have bonded over Hustle Humbly. I shared the podcast with her and she was immediately hooked, just like me. We got together for coffee and it was super encouraging to talk with a like-minded agent despite working for different companies. I know she's going to rock this year in real estate.
Aww.
I love that. Okay, cheers to Allison.
Cheers, Allison.
And Emily. Y'all are amazing and thank you so much. And okay, you guys, enjoy your mornings.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hustle Humbly podcast. Let us know who we should toast to for the next episode.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hustle Humbly Podcast. If you have an episode, topic, or question, please email us at hustlehumblypodcast@gmail.com.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. See you next week. Bye.
This is the good life.